What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Blades with Bill. Today, we're going to be doing a full review of the CRKT Piet, which is a Jesper Voxnaes design. Before we get into it, if you've watched this much of the video, mine or any channel's video, do them a huge favor. Give them a thumbs up, comment. Any kind of interaction with the video is showing YouTube there's interest, which helps push us up in the YouTube algorithm, which should help us get more views and more subs. So please, it's free to you. Thumbs up. We're going to go up close, go over some of the specs, do a size comparison, and we'll come back up here and I'll give you all my thoughts. We have glass-filled nylon handles, a blue aluminum backspacer, a deep carry pocket clip that is recessed and flat screws, so it goes in and out of the pocket very easy. You have a thumb hole that works to slow roll. If you do it just right, you can get the meat of your finger and a little bit of wrist, and you can kind of reverse flick it. Again, this lanyard was made by my wife. Paracord with Chrissy23 over on Instagram. She is starting to sell these along with keychains and bracelets. She can do a couple different kinds of knots, so go check her out if you're into that kind of stuff. After that Kubi, I'm just going to start measuring the blades myself. So we have about a 2.5 inch cutting edge and about a 3-inch blade if they go by to the pivot. A knife, even with this lanyard on here, weighs 2.7 ounces. Handle thickness is just under 1/2 inch. The thickest part of the blade is just over 1/10 inch. It is a flat grind that comes down to about 17 thousandths behind the edge. So it does get very slicey, but as you can kind of see, because of the way that it's ground, after a few sharpenings, you're going to start getting thicker and thicker behind the edge, so it's going to lose that sliciness. And being 8CR, you will end up having to sharpen this more. Do a little size comparison real quick. The Kaiser Mini Sheepdog and the Civivi Elementum, which the Elementum's only slightly longer, and then the Piet is slightly longer than the Sheepdog in blade and handle, although the handles are about the same thickness on all three. CJRB Pyrite and the Ontario Rat Model 2, which both are longer, but I know these are very popular knives, so should give some people an idea of about how big the Piet is. The Vox Dapper, which was a BladeHQ exclusive made by or designed by Jesper Voxnaes as well. So that's another one of his small designs. The Giant Mouse Ace Biblio. Another Jesper Voxnaes design. And the Fox Core. And yet another Jesper Voxnaes design. Jesper Voxnaes is known for one thing: making very, very comfortable to use knives. That's why if you look, these guys kind of have the same kind of handle going on. Let's go back up top and I'll give you all my thoughts on it. Like I said, this is a Jesper Voxnaes design. And as you saw in the size comparison, I might be a bit of a fan of Jesper Voxnaes and his designs. I don't know that I have more knives by any other designer. They are all extremely comfortable to use. And like, I did a video of me cutting some cardboard and doing some hard push cuts on some wood. I'll insert that here. I had no issue. This knife was very comfortable to use. Even doing those hard push cuts with a smaller knife, I still end up with 4 fingers on the knife or on the handle, and it was comfortable to use. The pocket or the pocket clip wasn't a hot spot. It was just very, very nice to use. It really was. It is a decently slicey blade. Now, I haven't sharpened this since I did that video. I haven't even put it over a strop since that video. It could use at least a strop. Yeah. The only downside I found with this knife is the centering. And I really can't tell if it's the blade is completely off center or if one of the scales is bent. I can't tell. I've taken it apart, tried to fix it, put it back together, and it ends up being the same thing. And when you look at it, it almost looks like one of the scales is actually bent and kind of bowing up, which is what's causing making it look like. So it may be, or the pivot's bent a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. It's probably just a quality control issue. I know I had a few people comment on the unboxing video for it that it was a good knife. I didn't have any issues with it touching, and it hasn't gotten any worse. But at the same time, like, I almost want to see if another one's not better. If it's just a quality control issue, there's something that's just a little bit off, or what. Personally, it was driving me a little bit nutty. Just kind of, I'd look at it and be sitting there going, I can't tell. I cannot figure out what is wrong with this. If it's the scale that's bent, if it's what. Would I recommend this knife? Seeing as which you can still get it right now on BladeHQ for 20 bucks. When I picked this up, it was actually a little bit cheaper than that. And since I brought it up, I do have a affiliate code or an affiliate link for BladeHQ now. So I'll be leaving that down below. You can use that. If you use that to go buy any knife on BladeHQ, I should get some kind of something out of it. It shouldn't cost you anything at all, and it'll just be helping me keep the channel going. So I'll be putting that in the description of the video. I really do appreciate it if you use it. If you don't, you don't. With my experience with this knife, as far as comfort, ease of carry, everything like that, I was very pleased with it. The access to the lock bar, I mean, it is perfect. You have no problem getting to the lock bar. It is a smaller knife, but yet just barely big enough because of the handle and the fact that you can get 4 fingers on it. You could probably use this as your only knife and be fine with it for most of us, unless you really, really want something that's a tactical knife, which I would not consider this. Other than that, though, like, it was a good knife. Yeah, it's 8CR, so you're going to have to sharpen it a little more often than you would some other things. But again, I don't think 8CR is a bad steel. It'll take a good edge. Usually responds fairly well to a strap, so I don't have any problems with it. Again, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, and click all so you get notified every time I release a video here on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at BladesWithBill. I'm on Facebook as Blades with Bill, and I have my own Facebook page, which is Blades with Bill. Feel free to follow me on all my socials. Have a great day. Stay safe. Peace.